Good morning. Right, so it's just 8:05 and today I'm doing the second stage of the Telford T50 Trail. So I'm starting here at Ironbridge and I shall be going over to Little Wenlock, which is about 4.5 miles. So that'll be the end of stage 2, and then I'm walking back home from Little Wenlock. So today's walk will be hopefully about 10 miles in total. But the actual stage 2 is about 4.5 from here to Little Wenlock. So it's a bit of a misty morning so far, as you can see. But I'm hoping that the sun's going to break through. I'm hoping, because I've only got a t-shirt on. But so far, it's looking all right. That's the world famous Ironbridge. This whole area is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the Ironbridge was the world's first cast iron bridge in the world's first, built in 1779, I believe, by Abraham Darby III. So this is now the Museum of the Gorge in Ironbridge, and we're just off the wharfage there. So this used to be a warehouse, so like trolleys would come down from the Coalbrookdale Works and they would come down Dale Road and they would come into here for storage, and then they would be put onto these tracks here and loaded down into the river. And there would be like flat bottom boats, I think they were, and then they would go off down the River Severn to various places, Bristol, Gloucester. There is a story, unfortunately, because these trolleys didn't have brakes on, so they had what they call brake boys, who would literally stand in front of the trolleys to stop them going too fast into the river. And there is a story, unfortunately, of a little boy not being able to hold the weight and he was crushed. So he's supposed to haunt around here. But it's an amazing building. It was stood derelict in the 1970s and 80s before it was took over by the Ironbridge Gorge Museum Trust. That's a pretty amazing view from here. So the tall chimney that you can see over there and the big building is all that's left now of Builders Power Station. There were 4 amazing orange terracotta cooling towers, but they were sadly demolished December 2019. So the rest of the power station is going to be dismantled and flattened. And there are plans apparently for 900 houses to be built on there. 900 houses. So let's just savour this view while we can. So I'm just at the bottom of the steps to go up to the Rotunda. I could miss this bit out, but I'll probably regret not missing out. But there's 137 steps apparently, which is a fact I didn't really need to know. But I'm hoping because it's slightly cooler, it might be a bit easier. But we'll see. Oh, that was a bit of a climb. Oh. Right, so we're at the Rotunda. and that circular wall there, and this part of this circular base here is all that remains of what was the Rotunda. So the Rotunda was built in the early 1790s by the ironmaster Richard Reynolds. It is believed to have been a circular structure, with 9 cast iron pillars and a lead covered roof. Inside was a revolving seat, allowing spectacular panoramic views of the Ironbridge Gorge and the Wrekin. Now only the original brick foundation remains. Ooh. It's a bit misty, but it's still a lovely view. So that's what the Rotunda would have looked like, and the view they would have had in the 1790s. Even on a clear day, unfortunately, you can't really see the Ironbridge anymore, but still a nice view. So these woods that I'm in now, all the different paths that we've got, are known as the Sabbath Walks, and they were laid out in the 19th century to keep the workforce out of the pubs on a Sunday. The hope that they would take exercise instead. So I'm just looking over the old Arger Stove and Range Works in Coalbrookdale. When it closed in 2017, 300 years of heavy industry in the Ironbridge Gorge ended. So I don't know if you can see because I am facing into the sun a bit, but this is Holy Trinity Church in Coalbrookdale. And it was built by the Derby family after they converted from Quakers to the Church of England, and that was so Abraham Derby IV could become a magistrate. There is a Derby tomb in the churchyard, and unfortunately we can't get in the church because it's locked, but just inside the porch is a memorial to a former church warden, Captain Matthew Webb of Dawley, who was the first person to swim the English Channel. He died trying to swim over Niagara Falls, and because some people thought it was suicidal to try this, his memorial is placed outside the church. So I'm just in the car park of the Museum of Iron in Coalbrookdale. And I've never walked down here before. All this stuff that's just abandoned. All this iron. And look at that. I haven't got a clue what it is, but it's amazing. It's like some kind of press and cogs and flywheels and different things. It's sad really that it's So this is Upper Furnace Pool. It was a backup for the Ironworks furnace pools. There's all the machinery powered by water, and then going over the top we've got the viaduct. That I think was part of the Great Western Railway that carried on to Paddington. So this is Loamhole Dingle that I'm in at the moment, named after loam, which is a soil composed of sand, silt and clay. And then we shall be entering into Lydebrook Dingle, and in Lydebrook Dingle sandstone was quarried since the 18th century, during the Industrial Revolution and after, and it was Coalbrookdale Ironworks used it for sand castings to make iron moulds. And today the silt is collected in the silt trap situated at the beginning of the woodland entrance. So we'll have a look at that when we enter Lydebrook Dingle. Hey, more steps, more steps. So I've just come out of Loamhole Dingle there, and this path that runs along, and I shall be going that way, is known as the Rope Walk. And it was developed in the early 1700s for horses to pull small tubs of sandstone from Lydebrook Dingle to Coalbrookdale. In the 1750s a railway was built along this route to connect Horsehay with the Coalbrookdale works. The long straight track was good for spinning rope too, and that's where it gets its name from. It's looking absolutely beautiful this morning. So today is the 22nd of September, and it's the official last day of summer today. So we will be in autumn tomorrow, and it is really starting to look autumnal already. But the light is beautiful. So just entering Lydebrook Dingle now, and there's more steps. Oops. I think this must be the sluice gate, the silt trap down there somewhere. So I'm now just crossing the Ironbridge Bypass here. So that way goes down to Fieldworth and on to Shrewsbury. And then that way goes up to Madeley and Telford Town Centre and beyond. Just walking up here past more farm cottages up here, and then I'll be turning right into a field that takes me over Braggers Hill. I'm feeling a little bit apprehensive because the last time I walked through that field there were cows. They were okay, but I still don't like cows, so I'm hoping they're not going to be there. Just in the distance there's the first view of the Wrekin, and okay, so far I can only see sheep and no cows, so that's okay. So thankfully there's no cows on Braggers Hill today, just sheep, although worryingly these sheep have got horns. So I hope they're not feeling too brave, because I'm not either. So there's the mighty Wrekin there. So I'll be walking to there in stage 3 of the T50 Trail from Little Wenlock to Wellington, and you go up to the summit of the Wrekin and then back down. Can't wait. There we go, so we are at St Lawrence's Church in Little Wenlock. So this is the official end of stage 2 of the T50 Trail, but not the end of my walk. So let's turn around and get a view of the church. So yeah, stage 2 officially ends here, but I am going to carry on and do a circular walk back to home. So I will carry on filming. First of all, I'm going to have a sit down, a cup of coffee and something to eat. So there's been a church on this site for over 800 years. It's the village is older and was recorded in the Domesday Book. And Abraham Darby IV was actually christened here, and he converted to Church of England from being a Quaker. So I'm just leaving Little Wenlock Church now, and I shall be following my own path, my own route that I've devised back home. So this is where it could all go wrong, but we'll see. So I had a nice little coffee stop on the bench under the tree there. Something to eat. The apples. Let's try one. There's a nice one. That one looks okay. So I'm just coming down the road out of Little Wenlock at the moment, and I'm going to be going straight on along the road for a bit. But it's still a beautiful day. Right, so we're just turning down Coalmoor Lane now. So I'm just about to come out of this field here. It's brought me down from Coalmoor Lane. So I'm going to go through this stile here, and it's going to bring me out onto the Horsehay Road. So I'm just walking along Crackshall Lane at the moment, and the traffic that you can hear over to my left is the top end of the Ironbridge Bypass. So I came off Crackshall Lane and I've just gone past the old wined house, an old wined cottage, which are both lovely. And we're just going down here. So I've never been down here before. So I'm back on Crackshall Lane now. Just checking which way I've got to go. I think it's down here. I'm coming off Crackshall Lane now. So I went through the woods that was called the Wind, and then I came up Cherry Tree Hill. Can't remember where I went then. But it's been a lovely walk today, really nice. Stage 2 over to Little Wenlock was lovely, and then this route back that I've done is nice, and I've seen a couple of new places. It's been good. The only cows I've encountered have been the right side of a fence, but couldn't have asked for better weather. It's been absolutely perfect, beautiful. So this is Lightmoor View, and it's the site of the old brickworks. They used to dominate the skyline here, and now we're just going down here, down Kiln Lane. We'll be going under the bridge that used to take the trains to the power station, and then we'll be turning off onto Rough Parkway and towards home. Say a quick hello to Horsey McHorseface before I do the long climb up towards home. Hello, are you pregnant or are you just well fed? You got a bit of a belly on you, haven't you? Got of flies in your eyes. Little trouble. Right, well I'm going to sign off now. It's been an absolutely stunning day, a lovely walk, really enjoyed it. Stage 2 from Ironbridge to Little Wenlock was really nice. Even the climb up the steps was worth it. Wasn't too bad, as I was expecting. It's been lovely. Yeah, really enjoyed this stage, and then the walk back from Little Wenlock that I plotted has been really nice too. So all in all, it's been an absolutely fantastic day. So I'll sign off now. Thanks again to Janet Pitt-Lewis and to Anne Suffolk for getting me on this trail. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and, you know, just keep yourself safe. Thank you very much and see you soon.